Ukrainian Air Force pilots are operating F-16 fighters every day, targeting missile threats and striking Russia's eastern region, the top U.S. general in Europe told lawmakers. They fly every day. They've defeated large number of cruise missile threats, and they've delivered an awful lot of offensive attacks as well, specifically bombing attacks in the east, Army General Christopher G. Cavoli, dual-hatted commander of Supreme Allied Commander Europe and U.S. European Command, told the Senate Armed Services Committee. Ukrainian expert Anatoly Khrapchinsky says that F-16 fighters are actively used on the line of combat contact and in border areas. They work well as one of the elements of Ukraine's air defense. Our F-16s operate in the enemy air defense zone and are invisible to enemy air defense. Therefore, here I would note that in fact, the F-16s work very well as one of the elements of air defense, if we are talking about the air component. At the beginning of the transfer of the F-16s to us, when information first appeared that we would receive these aircraft, I noted that Lockheed Martin would still learn about the new characteristics of its F-16s when Ukrainian pilots appear in these aircraft. And in fact, we see this. Because what our pilots are doing now amazes some NATO officers. Just as the work of our military on the Patriot systems, on other air defense systems, on other weapons that our partners transferred to us was amazing. That is, what we are doing is beyond the scope, because we are still fighting for freedom, the expert shared. Last month, the Ukrainian Air Force released an interview with one of its F-16 pilots. The pilot, whose identity was kept confidential for security reasons, disclosed that over 80% of the missiles fired by these jets successfully hit their targets, eliminating Russia's Shahed drones and cruise missiles launched from the air, sea, and land. Khrapchinsky noted that the aircraft that the Allies transferred to Ukraine allow for effective counteraction to enemy cruise missiles and attack drones. The expert emphasized that the more fighters our country has, the better the Ukrainian sky will be protected. Returning to the F-16s, it should be noted that in fact a more significant element of counteraction to cruise missiles and attack drones is the increase in F-16 aircraft and the appearance of the Saab airborne early warning aircraft, which Sweden promised us. I think that this year will not only be the transfer of the Saab, but also, possibly, the transfer of the Gripen, he added. Khrapchinsky explained that long-range radar detection aircraft are flying radars that can see everything that is happening around them at a height of 600 kilometers. According to him, coordination of actions by these aircraft will allow F-16 aircraft to work on specific targets in the mode of non-detection by radar means. It is clear that we need to increase some counteraction tools, that is, air-to-air missiles. It is clear that the work on the Shaheds will mainly be done with the guns that are on board the aircraft. But again, I think that this will be a layered system that will cover certain regions, and in other regions, mobile fire teams or other systems like anti-aircraft drones will continue to operate, the expert said. Ukrainian multi-role fighters carry out offensive counter-air missions, in addition to conducting multiple ground attack operations, each day, over Russia and its occupied territories in Ukraine.